Honda just brought back the Prelude, and no, it's not a Type R coupe. It's a hybrid Grand Tour with real Type R hardware hiding underneath, and that's the twist that makes this car interesting and a little controversial. Here's the headline: 200 horsepower, 232 pound-feet of torque, front-wheel drive, and a tube-motor hybrid system from the Civic Hybrid, tuned for a sportier feel. Think electric motor shove off the line, with the engine stepping in as speed builds, rather than a traditional transmission doing the work. That's why Honda added S+ shift, fake gears with paddle control, rev-matched downshifts, and gear holding, to make it feel more mechanical than a typical ECVT hybrid. Purists will roll their eyes. Real-world drivers may just enjoy the engagement. What's genuinely new? The S+ shift mode debuts here and will spread to other Honda hybrids, but this is the first time Honda pairs its two-motor hybrid with Civic Type R chassis bits. Dual-axis front struts, wide tracks, adaptive dampers, and big Brembo 4-piston front calipers with 13.8-inch rotors. That matters because the dual-axis setup is designed to tame torque steer and sharpen turn-in, especially on wider tires. It's not just badges and blue calipers, it's meaningful hardware under a sleek 2+2 liftback body. Quick spec check. Wheelbase 102.6 inches, length 178.4, width 74.0, height 53.4, shorter and lower than a Civic, with 15.1 cubic feet of cargo thanks to the liftback and a 60/40 split rear seat. Inside, it's Sport Luxe, leather-trimmed sport seats with asymmetrical bolsters, tighter for the driver, looser for the passenger, plus a 10.2-inch cluster, 9-inch touchscreen with Google built-in, wireless CarPlay and Android Auto, and an 8-speaker Bose system tuned for this cabin. Not a stripped-out track toy, more a modern GT with everyday usability. Driving modes: Comfort, GT, Sport, and Individual. They retune power response, steering, damper stiffness, engine sound, and even the cluster layout. In S+, the car simulates downshift blips and holds gears, which helps on a back road where predictable engine braking is worth more than spec sheet drama. If you know Honda's two-motor hybrid, you know there's no conventional gearbox. S+ is clever theater layered on a direct drive hybrid for feel and timing. Let's talk expectations. No official 0 to 60 or curb weight yet, and no EPA numbers either. But the Civic Hybrid with the same 200 horsepower can hit the low 6-second range to 60, and it's rated up to 49 mpg combined, depending on trim. The Prelude might trade a bit of that efficiency for stickier tires and adaptive damping, but even mid-40s mpg would make it the most efficient two-door with genuine handling credibility. If Honda lands there, that's a compelling niche. If the weight creeps up and tires default to all seasons, it'll feel more quick-ish than quick. Chassis substance is the selling point. Dual-axis front struts, 11.3 steering ratio, 2.1 turns lock-to-lock, and shared 13.8-inch front and 12.0-inch rear rotors with Brembo front calipers point to track-capable thermal headroom and precise front-end bite. With summer tires fitted, this should carry speed through corners better than the specs suggest, and the adaptive dampers will let it breathe on rough pavement, a hallmark of the Civic Type R that often surprises test drivers. Now, the contentious bits. No manual, no real multi-gear automatic. For a nameplate that once courted enthusiasts with slick shifting 5 speeds and 4-wheel steer lore, the simulated shift approach will divide the fanbase. On the flip side, this architecture gives instant torque, refined cruising, and likely excellent efficiency, traits that matter in 2025 more than a high-revving NA4 does. It's a philosophical shift, Prelude as a stylish, tech-forward GT rather than a mini Type R. That framing helps the car make sense. Design take: low nose, wide stance, double bubble roof, flush handles, integrated aero including a front underspoiler and tidy rear edge treatment for stability. Big 19s with 235/40 rubber fill the arches, and the blue calipers add some personality without going boy racer. It looks cohesive and clean, with just enough aggression to sell the promise of the hardware underneath. Competitors? Think Toyota GR86 and Subaru BRZ for pure rear-drive feel. They're lighter and more playful, but nowhere near as efficient or as quiet on the highway. Nissan Z and Mustang are much quicker, but heavier, thirstier, and not hybrid. The Prelude positions itself as the efficiency-first coupe with real chassis chops, not a drag strip hero. If that's the mission, Honda's parts bin choices are smart. Pricing will determine whether it's a value play or a premium ask for hybrid tech and Type R bones. Bottom line, the new Prelude is a modern grand tourer with genuine handling hardware and a hybrid powertrain that prioritizes smooth shove and efficiency over raw numbers. If S+ shift feels natural and the dampers are tuned right, this could be the enthusiast's commuter that still shines on a back road. If the simulated shifts feel gimmicky and the weight balloons, the nameplate's return will feel more nostalgic than necessary. Your move, Honda. EPA, curb weight, and pricing will tell the final story. What do you think? Smart evolution for a hybrid era, or did Prelude need a manual to earn the badge? Drop a comment, hit subscribe, and tell which rival you'd cross-shop against this coupe.